Hello, everybody. If you can hear the knocking around, Archer's playing with his new toy. It's got dog treats in it, and he's moving it around to get the treats out. You know, I was watching a documentary. I love documentaries. But I was watching this one, and the girl was explaining how she got involved in this cult. And she said that it was empowering for them to tell her that she could choose how she felt about something. I may be a little simple sometimes, kind of slow to understand concepts of social interaction. That's what I mean by simple. It takes me a while to understand some social concepts. But I never grew up in my own thoughts thinking it wasn't okay for me to feel angry at being bullied. Now, I tried not to show it and failed most of the time. But that was me. I told you he was playing with his toy. It went under my chair. That was my personal thing. Sorry about the noise in the background. But to have someone tell you that it's okay for you to feel, I understand that. They do that in counseling. You are allowed to feel whatever you feel. Revulsion, fear, anger, sadness, happiness, glad, joy. They're all human emotions. And you can't lock them away. Don't lock them away. I tried that. Having a nervous breakdown. It's kind of like the old glass soda bottles. You put your finger in and you shake it, shake it, shake it. And then you let it go and it foams everywhere like a champagne bottle. Well, your emotions are that way. But don't let anyone tell you that you can't feel something. Because they are not you. When you get bullied, it's okay to be upset. It's how you act on that upset that matters. Did I want to sometimes make a fist and plow into some people that were bullying me or laughing at me or making fun of me? Or throwing rocks at my feet so I'd slide back down the hill in my braces? Sometimes, even though I claim to be a nonviolent person, sometimes, yeah. And I own that. It's okay. But I didn't act on it. It's not wrong to feel something. It's wrong depending on what action you take. Because violence, in my eyes, is never an answer. But I used to believe, because I would tell people, and I think I might have said it on here, that if they're picking on me, they ain't picking on someone else. But I've learned that that's not okay either. There are times when I want to help somebody, but I have to say no because it's not healthy for me. Or on the flip side, I don't want to go somewhere they want me to go because it wouldn't be healthy for me or for Archer. You know, I'm not gonna... Hold on, let me show you this. I'm not going to put myself, undervalue myself. I used to do that. And sometimes I still catch myself doing that. I used to spend money, and I'm still learning on this one, that I would spend money to help others that I didn't have, that I needed for that month, and then I had to do without something. Or I'd have to scramble to pay a bill because I let their needs supersede my own. That's not okay. Breaking someone's nose because they're laughing at you, that's not okay neither. But now, neither is some of the ways I chose to do it, which I learned how to say to someone, you know where to go and rotate on it, but they don't know till later that's what you said. Like asking someone if their mom slept under the front porch. But that's not okay neither. But you can't always be a pushover. And sometimes you have to, for your own mental health, for example, get away from someone like me and Danny living together. I should have ended, we could still be friends, but I shouldn't have lived with her as long as I did. I let her wants and needs supersede my own. And that caused safety problems for me later down the road when I became suicidal. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I got to put me first. I've got to put Archer first. Sometimes even with my own family, I have to say, nope. You know, sometimes not going to family Thanksgiving dinner and sitting watching Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and eating a TV dinner. That was the best Thanksgiving I could remember in a very long time. And part of that was because I chose it. I'm still learning on all this. But isn't life a journey of learning? I think so. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. If you're really, dude, if you're baking a cake and you put the same exact ingredients in time after time and the cake keeps falling, it's kind of stupid to look for a different result, change your recipe. So we got to do that in life with ourselves. Change the recipe. Change what you're going through so that it's healthy for you and your kids and your mental health and your physical health and even your financial health. There is a such thing as financial abuse. It happens. But it's not that much talked about. You can be abused and not be beat. But be beat down so much that you don't even think of anything positive of yourself. But the other person, they're great. That's abuse too. Change your recipe of life. Make yourself count in your heart and in your mind. And if going to Thanksgiving for your family is going to stress you out, don't do it. It sounds simple, but it stresses you out to say no to the ones you love. What if they get mad at me? Oh, well, they're going to get glad in the same britches they got mad at, ain't they? And I don't say that and not take that advice. And I know how hard it is. But I've been the one sitting on the couch during a party or an event. He just tripped during a party and event and thinking, my God, why am I even here? I was invited just for show. I would have had much more fun if I stay home. I didn't think of myself, did I? Because if you're not happy and you've got kids, even pets, but if you think of others to the detriment of yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, whatever, then something's got to change. It's okay to think for yourself and of yourself. You just can't say love yourself and expect someone to take that advice. Sometimes the people you got to say no to are the ones you love. But if you don't think about saying no sometimes because you need it, then something's wrong. Because if you don't think of yourself, you can't expect others to take care of you. I did. And look where it got me. I had a nervous breakdown, 97, 98. I don't remember months at a time. I'll remember flashes. But And I do remember a lot more of it. I'd say most of it, but it's still in flashes. It's not complete memories. I remember the whole thing, but I choose not to remember it all at one time. It's too much. It's too much. 18 years I lived with my best friend, and I'm not trying to talk ill of the dead, but she had problems. I had problems. Were we best friends? Yes. Should we have ever been living together? Hell no. You got to keep control of you. And if you're a parent, the best thing you can do for that child isn't the newest toy or the latest computer game or the best newest cell phone. It's you teach them to look out for themselves and love themselves and how to operate in this world when you're not there anymore. That's the best. Teach them to love themselves and whatever religion you believe in, or if you don't. But you're still teaching that kid and equipping it to live without you. And part of that is no. Learn when to say, this is enough. I'm more important than this relationship. Because if they love you, they're going to love you even if you have to put yourself first. If they don't love you because you need to take care of you, and as hard as that's going to be, you need to step back and take care of yourself first. And I know how hard that is because I didn't do it. And when Danny was no longer around, the next morning, I couldn't even figure out what I was supposed to wear. Because she wasn't there to tell me what to put on or what was okay to put on or what to wear for the funeral, so that I didn't, could I use her clothes or not, because I didn't have enough of my own. There was no one there to tell me what I could or couldn't eat. And yeah, that sounds extreme, but that's how extreme it got. And part of that's on me. Not all, but a good amount. And Danny would say, I'd say, why can't I have a radio in my room? I don't know. But she had a 5 CD disc changer. But I wasn't allowed even a little radio. I slept on the floor and somehow considered that it was good for me and that it was my idea. I'm still not sure whose idea that was. I'm still not sure. I'm not going to say it was her because I don't know. I've never been able to clarify some of the stuff, whether it was my choice or not. You should know if you make a choice of something. Take care of yourselves. Because if you don't take care of you, no one else is going to. Mommy's not always going to be there. You need to learn to stand on your own 2 feet, and that's the best gift you can give someone. I hope this helps somebody. If you need to talk, let me know. And I love you all.